wanted to talk a little more specifically about some of the different things we think impact digital the most. And so obviously reviews are a highly discussed topic, something that people really are kind of on the fence whether they do it well or if they do it at all or if they like it or hate it. I have my own personal opinions, and in a way I won't lie, even as an advertiser I kind of hate it. I don't think that it's fair for most people who always want to give a negative. They're the ones who comment, and the ones who want to give positive often don't. And so to put a really quality business at the mercy of those types of people, I think is a little bit unfair. I definitely think it's valuable and we should be getting feedback, but I just think it's a little bit too lopsided in how much credit Google and some of those things are giving. That said, it's a fact that it's happening, and so we better have a pretty good marketing strategy to address it. So yeah, my opinion doesn't really matter. It's just that. But Wayne, why don't you actually talk a little more about the facts? You know, how are you generating reviews, managing reviews, and just kind of taking care of reputation management?
Yeah, when I got into the car industry, reviews, again, the only ones you got were the bad ones. You know, because those are the ones that had the toughest taste on the tongue of the consumer, so they're going to write about it. They're going to let somebody know about it. But those that were pleasantly dealt with and they had a pleasing experience at the dealership, they won't. But that's the fact of business. It should be that way. Everybody should have a pleasant experience. That's what it should be. Should never be a negative. And of course, so what you have to do is you have to try to capture the positives, because like you said, Dustin, they're not going to write about the positives. Well, some do,
right?
But most. Now, if you're a consumer and you're going to buy a television, you're going to read reviews. If you're going to buy anything electronic, you're going to read reviews before you spend your hard-earned money on that particular item. That's a fact. I don't think there's anybody here that's going to say, hey, I've got some opinions from people, you want to read them, or you just want to go ahead and try it. You're going to say, well, no, let me try and read them. And I think today the consumer's getting a little bit smarter and finding out those that are bad reviews. There's more in the underlining review that's not being talked about, that had reasons why that customer probably was upset. And I'm saying that it probably wasn't all that bad. So you have to capitalize on the good ones. What we do at our dealership, we capture the good ones before they walk out of the dealership. We get them to write a review on how they were treated here at the dealership, off on the side with no interruption, and we get a lot of good reviews.
So tell me, Wayne, I think that a lot of people struggle with that. You know, it's kind of a forward, hey, you know, help me out, even though you just gave them a great experience. Talk to me a little bit about like the emotional aspect of that, and maybe is there any pushback from salespeople who just don't feel comfortable asking somebody for that, and how have you overcome any of that?
Well, in our dealership, I take care of the reviews. I see every customer before they leave because they come to me for their digital needs. Now, every vehicle's got digital needs. They've got some hours to sync. And so it leads into me just ask them how they've been treated, and I can get their review. We work through a company called Reputation Management, and they give us a iPad, and we give it to them, say, would you be okay about writing a review and how you were treated? And they say, sure, not a problem. And I get an average about 40 a month that I post, and they're all between 4 to 5 stars. But again, I'm comfortable with that because I know our salespeople treat our customers so well. And so our salesmen, they don't ask for the review. I ask for a review at the dealership. It makes it easy and simple for them. They're left alone to write their review. And again, when I first got at the dealership, there were no reviews. No, that's not true. We had 4. And they were all negative. I said, we've got to change this. And looking at your competition is seeing it now more. In the past, not so much, but now more. The competition is seeing that reviews are valuable, and if you're not staying on top of it, you're going to be left behind.
That kind of the takeaway I have from that, Wayne, is maybe putting a single person onto the task rather than trying to spread it across and put some ownership on everybody, and then kind of overcoming some people's being shy or just not feeling comfortable,
right.
And then having the accountability of you who really wants to do it, and having that champion in a way. of reviews. And to be quite honest, even as an advertising, I can say that we have a champion of reviews here, and she's done a really good job in helping us get things going. And at times we've tried to have the whole group do it, and it just didn't go as well. And so I think that's a really good model that you have, and maybe one that others could share.
And with the understanding too, you're not going to see results from the reviews until a ways down. So be patient on reviews. You have to work it for a year or more, and you'll find the results.
I didn't even bring him because he was going to support that, but can't agree with that more. Thanks, Wayne.